Sonichu time yet again. Last time on Sonichu, we had Pikachu and Sonic collide, who then crapped a rainbow, which created Rosachu, and then basically Sonichu and Rosachu went into a love story worse than Twilight, or 50 Shades of Grey for that matter. Then Sonichu fought Nate Cirque, who is Chris Chan's evil counterpart, and then lame forgettable bonus comic strips. But now, let's begin with Sonichu Issue 2. The cover shows Sonichu and Sonic looking at Black Sonichu in a body tank. Is that supposed to be your clone? Unfortunately, Sonic, yes. Chemical X? No. Cherry Cola. And the stupidity begins. The story officially starts with Giovanni teaming up with Robotnik, who looks constipated, and they decide to create their own Sonichu with the remains of Sonichu's DNA, which, coincidentally enough, is on Zapdos's beak from the battle last episode. So a henchman, Bill, spills Cherry Cola, which for some reason is over near the DNA, and just says, uh-oh, oh well. Whatever, I kinda wanted to get fired anyways. Analyzing DNA, adding imputed data, Pokemon identified, Beijing cloning sequence. You are a Sonichu. You obey only Giovanni and his son Nate Cirque. You are dark, evil, and very powerful. When awakened, you will seek and fight your original counterpart. Sonichu, Nate Cirque, powerful, counterpart? What information are these fools trying to brainwash into me? I can do whatever I please, but I'll play along. The next page is really confusing to tell who's talking because there's way too many speech bubbles with no specific pattern to tell how the flow of the conversation goes. Also, gotta love how the background is nothing but pure white, despite the fact that in the next few frames, there is a background. Well, anyway, he is awoken, and Nate Cirque says, "He is black!"
You racist!
My name is Nate Cirque. I am your master. This is my father, Giovanni. Do not cross him. And this is Robotnik. My pleasure to make your acquaintance, Black Sonichu. Mine as well. Please accept these rocket boosters for your first birthday present. Black Sonichu's rocket boosters speed increase. So they take him to a room and Giovanni asks, any questions? Oh yes, as a matter of fact, I have two questions. First of all, was Bill fired for what was technically a mistake for knocking the Cherry Cola into the DNA strands? And secondly, is Black Sonichu allowed to drink Cherry Cola? So Robotnik gets Sonichu's skill sheets, presumably off of Wikipedia, and they test Black Sonichu's skills like speed, strength, and spin dash. And it goes pretty successful. And yeah, I know there's a slight difference, but let's face it, they're almost exactly the same. So Black Sonichu is sent on his mission. In episode 5, we begin by seeing the world and how it is really demented from really far away. So Blatchu, Gesundheit, is sent on his mission to catch Rosachu, who is with Sonichu in the Zapbud fields. This is nice. The Zapbuds, the sky, the clouds, and you, Sonichu. I couldn't enjoy it without you either, Rosie. Without you here, this would be boring as hell. So Rosachu gets a call from Kel, and Sonichu carries her, and from the look of this frame, Sonichu is blowing up like a balloon. Well, anyway, Sonic is running home, and Blatchu hides in bushes, and he says, "Boy, I need a countdown." Why? Well, the point is, he kidnaps Rosachu, and Sonic and Sonichu collide into each other. And in this picture, it looks like Sonichu is getting a BJ from the air. So Rosachu finally opens her eyes and finds out that she's being kidnapped. "You're not my sweet bolt, Sonichu." "No, ha ha ha. No, I'm not." So Sonichu and Sonic recognize each other, and we get a cluster screw of text which is patterned by numbers. Oh yeah, now there's conversation pattern. Anyway, this huge collection of dialogue is completely pointless because basically at the bottom of the page it has Sonichu saying, "Let's find Rosachu," and Sonic saying, "Yeah." In episode 6, we see Rosachu in a cage. Darn it, these bars are rubber-coated. When Sonichu gets here, he'll give you all a real shock. Yeah, you can easily slip those bars, dude. Anyway, Robotnik explains that they will lure Sonichu there, then trap him under a glass dome, which will drain his powers. And then he openly says, "You and your father can do whatever you want to him, and why should I care?" That's a good point, because technically Robotnik's Sonic's villain. So Sonic and Sonichu make it to Giovanni's gym base, and Sonic says that Robotnik is going to be there because there's a random Robotnik ribbon. Why would you put a ribbon with your face on it if you're trying to keep a low profile, especially from people that could stop your evil plans? So Sonichu bursts in, and they unleash Blatchu, and they engage in a lame fight scene. Sonichu gets caught, and Sonic busts in and says to Robotnik, "Were you expecting Bugs Bunny?" Wow. Wow. A joke so bad that it makes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 look funny. And that's an accomplishment. Then they unleash Metal Sonichu. Oh, wait, what? What's the point of Black Sonichu if they already have an obedient robot duplicate? What's the point of going through all the cloning process and training him if they have a robot at their disposal? Why? What? Why? Oh my god, my head hurts. So Sonic and Metal Sonichu fight it out, and Sonic, who I guess breaks Sonichu out, well, whatever, Basically, they zap a fireball, but by the looks of it, it looks like Sonichu has an anus on his stomach, and they launch Metal Sonichu to the moon. Which, you're smart for guessing that that never comes back in the story, like, ever. So Sonichu saves Rosachu, and they give their last regards to Natesurk, Giovanni, and Robotnik, who, if you've been paying attention, have been doing absolutely nothing for the past few pages. Well, Eggman, it looks like you've been licked again, and shocked too. You all should have learned to never mess with true Poke-Love. Rosie, let's bolt. Just a moment, sweet Bolt. Oh, Black Sonichu, this is for kidnapping me, she says as she casually beats the crap out of Black Sonichu's face. Then we get an epilogue showing Rosachu and Amy Rose meeting together, and Chris shows off how sexist he is by saying this. Now, pardon me, they're going to girl talk for a couple of hours, and I'd like to save time and money on my car insurance by switching to Getco. Ha. Can't tell if Getco is supposed to be a parody of Geico or just another crappy misspelling. Well, no surprise here. This comic sucks. It has the exact same problems as the first issue. Bad artwork, bland characters, tons of misspellings, and lame humor all throughout. And it's sad to say that this is still Sonichu at its... God, I hate saying this. Best. Yeah. Well, until next time on Sonichu Time, I'm the Media Whiz, because wire form wasn't enough.
Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot, coffee's only a dime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.